What up, peeps? It's your girl, Dodge, coming back to Real Takes. Well, it's that time, guys. It's horror short time. This one is through Alter. This one is titled Wandering Soul. Now, that title, okay. Saw the thumbnail, most definitely intrigued. So, with that said, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'll sit there with some thoughts at the you guys.
Nguyện đem lòng thành kính gửi theo đám mây hương, phượng phất khắp mười phương, kính dường ngoài tam bảo, thế trong đời giữ đạo, phượng phất khắp mười phương. Câu Phật tu gia nguyện
Lệnh của An Long, chúng ta phải rút lui. Bọn mình tan. Anh có sao không?
Nó đang nhìn tôi.
Không. Đồng chí dưới này quá lâu nên im lặng rồi đấy. Nào, chúng ta đã làm hết sức mình rồi không?
Chúng ta không thể thế để nó như vậy. Tôi phải cầu nguyện cho nó. Nó sẽ thất phá mình nếu tôi không cầu nguyện.
Anh là kẻ bị ràng buộc trong mê tín. Chúng ta phải ra khỏi đây hay sẽ bỏ chết ở chỗ này.
Anh biết không? Thùng lớn cái chết trong lợi mình ở trên.
Cái chết danh dự dưới làn đại quân thù. Anh làm yếu đi chính nghĩa giải phóng khí tờ lấy ma quỷ.
Tôi sẽ chống coi thường người đã chết cho cái tự hào của anh. Đi cho tôi đi.
Just go.
Đi đi.
Nguyện đem lòng thành kính gửi theo đám mây hương, phượng phất khắp mười phương.
be like, okay, here, so let me go. He's gone, but he told him to leave. Get lost in there. That's not him, I could guess. Not anymore. Turn around, turn around. Can you go the other way? That clearly is a dead end. Turn around, buddy. Where are you? Oh my God, who's behind him? Oh! Jesus. Yes, please, guys. Oh my God. Don't, come on, just get out of there. Don't be looking. Just get out of there, please. Is that Juan? Is he going to shoot us? Oh, thank Jesus. Careful, buddy. Oh my God.
Holy shit. Couldn't believe it actually worked.
Yeah. Stay down. On your left. Just you and him? Comrade Cong. A.G. Menon. He's gone, Sarge. We're finished here, Sergeant. Fire in the hole! Over to my gate. Anh thấy lửa đó. Anh nghe được không?
What the hell is he saying?
Anh đang thấy lửa đó. Anh đang thấy lửa.
Gag him. Let's move out.
Biển đêm lòng đang kính. Gửi sao đám này hương. Gửi sao đám. Gửi sao đám.
Major. Maybe we could just let him finish. Seems like some sort of sacred goose shit. You're fucking kidding, right? You want us to chant too? Let's go. Sorry, Charlie.
Let's move out. Any more jungle to hunt? And groups to spook.
All right, you guys, I enjoyed this horror short, but this particular one, definitely suspenseful. But one thing I will say is that I learned something I didn't know about, and I'm always down for that. Now, with this one centering around the Vietnam War, you're dealing with two gentlemen who are stationed. It looks like they're kind of located where they're within some sort of tunnels. One of them's named Dio and one's named Quan. Now, we're dealing with Dio, who's in the midst of what looks like to be burying a actual fellow comrade, and you see the scene set up where he's, covering the eyes, taking sand, whatever, and pasting whatever, so he can kind of seal it in. But then something happens where something falls down. Now, when he looks back up, the eyes open. Now, I'm gonna tell you right there, I'm not gonna read too much into it, but that kind of was a little eerie. Now, when Quan shows up, he's like, "Okay, we need to go. We need to get out of here." And Dio's like, "I'm going to finish praying. If I don't, this spirit or whatever could probably come back, and do some damage." And of course, he's like, making a comment about him being more superstitious about ghosts and feeling a certain way. And he's like, I'm not going to finish, I'm going to finish what I'm doing. I'm not going to concern himself with how this guy feels about his pride of, okay, you don't want to be here, because he's all about being up above, and pretty much trying to protect, in the instance of an honorable death if something was to happen to him. And the other guy's like, I'm going to finish what I'm doing, even though he doesn't believe in it, but he does, and he wants to, so he tells him to leave. Now, like when you see him doing that, but then you start hearing little sounds, within what I'm thinking within the tunnels, and it looks like, he starts to kind of get shaken. By then, Quan's all the way down, probably the opposite, and he goes, it looks like to be the other way. He ends up getting kind of closed in. He goes the wrong way. You see what looks like to be a silhouette of an individual behind him, and I swear that was not Quan. And Quan's the other way, and he's kind of hearing Dio, kind of like scream out whatever and all that, I think, for him. And at first I'm thinking he, is still kind of trying to track to find a little, closure to get out of there. Eventually they end up, coming, face to face and all that. But by then Dio's kind of opening up an open area to go up out. He gets, what looks to be grabbed. And I'm thinking, okay, could it be some evil spirit? I'm just, I'm not sure what's happening. But in the instance, once Quan makes it out, it looks like he starts to hear similar to what Dio had heard in the tunnels. And that's when he kind of starts to shoot out whatever and all, trying to distract whatever and all that, because he can't, handle it. And that's when more of a reveal happens. You see the scene where it looks like to be the U.S. Army coming, what looks to be some sort of psychological operations. You see recordings of something, what looks like the sounds of ghost tapes is what it's called. And that was very interesting to me, because it looks like they use this in regards to, I don't know if it's to flush out, kind of, hinder or whatever, so they can kind of a little bit of an upper hand in order to, for in regards to capturing. Now, mind you, that type of stuff, being that, Vietnamese or Vietnamese, spiritual beliefs probably feel a certain way. So I, feel like that's probably why they were in this instance using this type, of tapes in that. And granted, not I would think a good thing, but in this instance with that particular war, this is what they chose to do. Now, that was interesting to me because I had never heard of this, whatever. Like I said, I love learning something I'm not familiar with, but I just really was surprised by that, and it's kind of unfortunate, but interesting enough, being that this is something that was exploited, as it said in this actual horror short. I was just like, wow, playing that, as they say, earshot, because when the guy comes from out wondering where Dio is, whatever, and all that, you can hear it. He's trying to hide, and covering his ears and all that. So that's, the part before he's shot down, and you see him feeling a certain way. Of course, I'm assuming the person who's, in, command of all of the soldiers, he's trying to get him to speak, and you can see he's kind of, scared, and he's saddened because it's a fellow comrade now, a second one that, we're seeing off of this short is now dead. And then you see them firing a hole down the tunnels and all that, and he's like, "You're playing with fire. You're playing fire." I just kept repeating the person in charge. He's kind of looking at him looking at him intently, and the other guy's like, "Let him just finish it." Like, you think he was in this moment trying to pray for him, and it kind of leaves you up in some sort of interpretation, because at the moment you see it kind of sound like they probably might have turned it back on, whatever, and all that. They cover the guy's mouth so he can't say anything else, but. Just very unfortunate, for Quan, what happens to him. And of course, like you said, Dio being captured, and then they kind of end up leaving the area and kind of probably checking surrounding areas and make sure there's no one. They ask him, is there anybody else? And he didn't say anything. Now, mind you, he's probably still thinking what was in that tunnel. It wasn't all in his mind, whatever. He was seeing things, and he was seeing what looked like to be spirits, whatever, and all that from down there. Meaning some people might have not prayed for a previous, comrades besides the one he had prayed for, and he was trying to finish the prayer. Those could be those, spirits. So definitely heavy stuff I'm dealing with here. I hope I tried to speak what I saw as clear as I could. It was a lot to take in. And that title, that's interesting, because I know for what it says in here in regards to that, I think it was something where the psychological cases were called Operation Wandering Soul, if I'm not mistaken. So that's very interesting. Just this whole aspect, in this horror short, and learning all of this with that. I really truly enjoy and dig when I, like I said, finding out things that I'm not aware of. In this instance, this one. So again, shout out to the director, Josh Tanner. I really did enjoy this horror show. So with that said, comment below. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next horror show. You guys take care.